Dear students, we go on to the topic of nursing process in community health nursing. You have all studied about nursing process in your previous classes. Yet, how do you apply it in the community? That's what we will see. You know the various steps of nursing process and what is nursing process. You all know. Fresh what we are going to. So as you know, community health nurse, she is responsible to provide general and comprehensive public health and nursing service to the people at large in a defined community. So she has the responsibility of rendering people to solve their health and nursing care problems. So this process can be done by using nursing process and principles of nursing process, which can be applied in the community setting. To define the nursing process, community health nursing process is a systematic, scientific, dynamic, ongoing interpersonal process in which the nurse and the clients are viewed as a system. With each affecting one another and both being affected by the factors within the behavior. So this community health nursing process has a series of steps. As you studied previously, it has to follow certain scientific principles. It is an ongoing process. It is an interpersonal process. So these are followed by the public health nurse in community health and community health nursing. Problems using community approaches and resources. We will be looking into the approaches after this class. The advantage of this nursing process is it is an effective tool to help people solve their own health problems and meet their health and nursing needs. Now going on to the steps of community health nursing process. First itself, you have to establish and maintain working relationship. Second, assessment. Third, set objectives. Fourth, plan and implement interventions. Fifth, evaluation of interventions. So first step we'll see in detail, that is establishing and maintaining working relationship. So in the community setting, we have to identify their health problems, develop competencies to solve their health problems. The nurse should be competent enough to meet their health and nursing needs. By fourth year, we all believe that all of you are competent enough. So this working relationship is productive in nature. So there is a free dialoguing in the community when you develop this working relationship. There is an attitude of trust and confidence in the integrality capabilities of each other to meet health and nursing goals. So this working relationship is maintained by the nurse and the community by following means. First itself, to get a working relationship, you should know the client. Client is the community. Communicate intentions and nature of help and assistance that would be extended. Attentive listening and responding. Answering their queries. Considering their views. Appreciating what is worthwhile. Empathetic attitude. Meeting their immediate needs. So these are the means by which you maintain a working relationship. Second step is assessment of the health needs and health problems. So she has to explore the community. The problems could be a large family size, It could be malnutrition, incomplete immunization, anemia in pregnant and nursing mothers, several morbidity conditions like tuberculosis, malaria, diarrhea, hypertension. All these can be there. So after this, you have to obtain the list of the health needs and problems in the family. After that, she needs to prioritize the problems. So this priority is determined by certain criteria. So what is the nature of the problem? Its prevalence, impact and prognosis. What is the community's perception of the problem? Whether the problem is felt by the community and considered that problem serious. Whether the problem is being aware by the community. Third point is preventive potential, whether the problem can be prevented or not. Third step is setting objectives. Once the problems are prioritized, it's very important to set up objectives, relevant objectives. For example, malnutrition. So what all objectives you can add on to malnutrition? So we can assess the growth and development of all the under 5 children to find out the malnourished children. We can get a medical examination done, and we can prescribe treatment, provide care to all the malnourished children, do regular monitoring of nutritional status of all children. We can enroll all the children in the Anganwadi for availing food supplements. We can educate mothers and population in general about the malnutrition and importance of nutritious diet. The fourth step is planning and implementation of all the interventions. This is otherwise it is called as action plan. Once the objectives are formulated, it is necessary to identify the interventions to be implemented to achieve the objectives. So various actions are decided and implemented as being most effective in order to solve the particular problems. Example, the problem of malnutrition among under 5, as we have just reflected on it earlier. As the action is implemented, the community health nurse gives direct nursing care either by herself or through the ANM. She also helps the community to develop their own resources and mobilize outside resources also. You know what are the resources in the community? It could be man, material, things, whatever is available in the community to help the community find out the resources and help the community to use their own resources of the community. Fifth point is evaluation of health action plan. So evaluation of interventions determines the effectiveness of action implemented, whether the desired results intended are achieved or not. So through the evaluation, we have to find out whether they have got the desired results. So this evaluation helps us to find out the reasons for not achieving the desired goal. So once if you find out that there is no further improvement, we can get the feedback of the people, we can re-plan the whole thing, we can re-implement the whole thing, and we can re-evaluate. So we can follow certain criteria in order for the effectiveness of intervention. So first one is we have to do the population coverage. Second criteria is utilization of services provided. Third criteria is outcome in terms of reduction in morbidity rates. That means there should be increase in life expectancy. I suppose all of you know what is the life expectancy of this present time. Change in knowledge, attitude, practice, and there should be a degree of independence. Evaluation thus made is both qualitative evaluation and quantitative evaluation. So an effective evaluation strategy has the following characteristics. What are the characteristics? There should be well-defined measurable objectives. There should be well-defined action plan as a baseline statistical information for comparison. Observe changes in health knowledge, attitudes and practices. Analyze and interpret the facts, the data observed and recorded. Now going on to the principles of community health nursing process. In all these steps, you have to follow certain principles. It is almost the same principles of community health nursing which we have studied in the beginning classes, concepts. So the rules for community health nurse has to practice or act with these principles so that she can effectively and efficiently function in the community. So first itself, the community health nurse must explore and know various aspects of a defined community in order to plan and implement the health services. She should make a map of the community. You know what all things should be there in the map of the community. We have discussed in the earlier classes. It should involve the important things what is there in that community, the geographical boundaries, the school, the mosque, the streets, the roads, etc. The community health nurse must establish good working relationship. She should know the healthcare delivery system, what are the health policies, what are the health goals, the health actions, national healthcare programs while rendering the health services. The community health nurse should provide realistic health services in terms of available resources, funds, etc. The community health nurse must organize health services at large for the community and render the services to the family, which is a unit of community. Community health nurse must continuously keep in touch with the community and provide wellness-oriented comprehensive services. She should work in collaboration with the other team members. She should know the roles and responsibility of other team members. Community health nurse educates in giving care to the individual, family and community. Community health nurse must maintain proper health records, legal documents these are. The community health nurse must evaluate her services. She should provide services to all without any discrimination of age, gender, color, caste, nationality. The community health nurse must not interfere with people's religion, political beliefs, but respect everyone without any prejudice. She should work in close consultation with the employing authority, that is the government, the public trust, the NGOs, etc. She should work in close consultation. She should develop and maintain professional relationship with health and health allies agencies, that is for example the block development office, the panchayats, the voluntary organizations, etc. The community health nurse must never accept any bribe or gift against professional ethics. She should have active participation with the community people in taking care of their own needs and health problems. She should be aware and closely coordinate with the local formal and informal leaders.